area. Okay, you can see from the sun that is northwards. Okay, because it's about 1:30. So if you're always wondering where north is, take a look at the time and see where the sun is. Okay, so north is that way, south is behind you. Okay, those very high mountains in the background there, and the ones sort of stretching into the clouds, are the Cape of, they are Cape Super Group, but the Table Mountain Group. Okay, very thick sandstones such as make up Table Mountain itself. That's why it's called that. All these sort of gently rolling on the right over there are the Mulberry Group. Okay, like I told you, they are the oldest group in the Western Cape. Okay, metamorphosed, schists, phyllites, things like that. The high mountain in between in the background is the Cape Granite. It's called the Robertson Granite. It belongs to the Cape Granite Suite. Okay, where we're standing, this is the R60 that leads to Worcester, where we came from. That way where we're going is Robertson. Essentially, the Worcester fault runs more or less parallel to this road. Okay. Because behind you to the south, if you turn to the south on your left hand side over there, all those hills which you can see have got some folding in them, but more a sort of whitish, brownish white, that's all belongs to the Bokkerveld. Okay, the Bokkerveld group which overlies the Table Mountain. Okay, you can see it gets scorpions all the way further south. Over there, you see the peaks in the far distance. Those are again the Table Mountain Group. Mountains over here, and that high mountain over there, which is called Royberg, after which the actual wine farm gets its name, those belong to the Blitterberg group, which is the uppermost part of the Cape Super Group. Okay, so see, you have to have a fault. We actually then pass into the Karoo Super Group. You'll pass into the Duwaika. And then over there, further to the west by the Eka Group. Then passing up into the lowermost parts of the Karoo Super Group. Now straight into the top right, essentially you have the Worcester fault running more or less east-west. Okay? These mountains are essentially almost running northeast, southwest. That one, which is the Bokkerveld, and then the Blitterberg. So these mountains actually form one limb of a major synclinal structure. Okay? Essentially, what you're looking at here is the Bokkerveld over there, then the Blitterberg over there. As you go further to the west, you'll then have the Duwaika, and then the Eka in the center of the syncline. If you carry on going towards Worcester, you'll pass back into the Duwaika, through into the Blitterberg again, and into the Bokkerveld. So essentially, if it carries on going all the way down south over the Greta River, you basically will get to the core, or the actual axis of the synclinal feature. It's a major synclinal structure. So you'll find that most of, well, the area you're going to map is across the Greta River, but it's a continuation of the Blitterberg that you see here. And most of the strata dip to the northwest. Okay, most of them. Obviously there's a lot of folding, and most of them dip to the northwest. high mountains. That high mountain in the middle distance is the Robertson Granite, part of the Cape Granite Suite. And these more gentle rolling hills are part of the Malmesbury, with the oldest succession in the Western Cape. Okay, the Worcester Fault runs through Worcester and then onwards, eastwards towards Robertson. Okay, it's a major structure. It's basically caused all the rocks to the north to be upthrown and those to the south to be downthrown. Okay, those mountains, hills, whatever you want to call them, over there are Bokkerveld group. Okay, so remember your stratigraphy, that is forming the middle part of the Cape supergroup. The Table Mountain being the lowermost part, overlain by the Bokkerveld, overlain by the Witteberg. Okay, so that's the Bokkerveld over there, and then those mountains over there, of which Rooiberg, you see that prominent mountain peak over there, that is the Witteberg group, the uppermost part of the Cape supergroup. As you head along the R60 towards Worcester, you will pass into the Dwika. We used to actually get the students to map that area over there. Well, you also be mapping something similar. Okay, and a lot of them were mapping in the contact between the Witteberg group and the Dwika group. In other words, between the Cape supergroup and the Karoo supergroup. Some of the groups will be mapping in that contact. Okay. As I was saying, it's a major synclinal structure. Okay, what you're seeing over there, those mountains, these mountains are all actually forming one limb of a major synclinal structure which is in the Breda River Valley. Okay, I'll explain this all in a talk this evening. I know it's kind of noisy with the traffic. This is a good area to actually give you an overall view of the geology. Okay, I'll give you a talk PowerPoint presentation this evening where we'll repeat this all again because I know it's a bit noisy. Okay, essentially you're looking at the so this is the Bokkerveld, that is the Witteberg, and as you go that way you then have the Dwika and then the Eka in the core of the syncline. Okay, then as you carry on westward you will pass back into the Dwika, into the Witteberg and then into the Bokkerveld again. Those very high peaks in the far distance, way down south, are the Table Mountain group again, the same as those high mountains over there. Okay, has everybody got that? Cool. What we're going to do now is pass through Robertson, cross over the Breda River, then travel quite a way. It's quite a long way to your actual field area. Okay. So essentially we're traveling through the Bokkerveld, okay, Robertson will cross over, and you'll essentially be traveling as you would last year in second year towards McGregor, except instead of going to McGregor we turn off to the right and we'll basically be following the Bokkerveld. Okay, we'll be traveling through the Bokkerveld, then we'll get to turn off to our right and we'll start traveling towards the Witteberg. Some groups will have or will be mapping in the contact between the Bokkerveld and the Witteberg. Okay, so it depends on where your group is located. Some groups have that Bokkerveld-Witteberg contact, others just have Witteberg exclusively, and others will be mapping in the contact between the Witteberg and the Dwika. Okay, it's also very folded and deformed, so obviously we will be mapping in all the structure in the area. It's not just that. Okay, let's get back on the bus.